Welcome to the Elements of Spirit. This is the free weekly reading series from ediblespirit.com and your host, Michael Domitrovich. That's me. I'm coming at you with these readings through the elements, the classical elements of earth, air, water, fire, and ether. These readings apply to the week of May 22nd, 2017. And if you've been tuning in, then you know how these work. If not, please listen to this reading for ether. And then when it's over, you can go into the description of this reading and find the element that's associated with your sun sign, earth, air, water, fire, associated with your astrological sun sign. And then the readings together will give you a sense of how to work with the element, your primary element, through the week. Ether, this reading kind of captures the space in which all of the other elements are vibrating throughout the week. So check out ether, then find your sign, put the two together, get nice and aligned, and each of these readings has a affirmation that you can kind of carry in your back pocket through the week whenever you need a dose of whatever good comes out through the ether. So without further ado, let's go. Well, lovely. We love this. So we see the third eye this week. Third eye being the center of understanding, of seeing, of connection to spirit, understanding of all that is, understanding of all that is. And it's this very beautiful image of just these like gorgeous flowers coming out of the third eye. But it's interesting. I can't draw this three-dimensionally. I don't have 3D rendering skills yet on my loose leaf pad. But there's all these flowers coming out of the third eye, but there's this interesting kind of cushion that's in front of the third eye and behind the flowers. And even though the flowers are coming out, there's this just, it's almost like a gel pad for your feet. It's like a third eye orthotic / gel pad to cushion and encourage alignment and prevent friction / callus. So a little bit about the third eye. So it's really cool because we enter into Gemini. We've entered into Gemini since last week. Sun is now in Gemini. So I can't wait to see. I've been very sensitive to the motion of the sun this year for whatever reason. But Aries, fire element, right? Taurus, earth element. So Aries, a lot of initiatory action. Taurus, earth, deliciousness. Venus retrograde happened throughout this. So we're learning how to vibe on the earth plane. Gemini, much more communicative, air sign, expansive, a lot more discussion, just a very different energy from this thick, heavy, unctuous earthiness of Taurus. So I'm kind of seeing this as, and then on the other side of this, I'm itchy. I'm scratching myself, but on the other side of this Gemini moment, we actually go diving into Cancer, and we start summertime. So there is a sense of blooming, right? Spring has fully established itself right now. So that floral expansion of mind is sort of the name of the game with this moment in Gemini. But a little bit more about the third eye. Third eye, being an even-numbered chakra, tends to be associated as a receptive chakra as opposed to an active chakra. All of the chakras have active and receptive expressions, yin or yang modalities. The third eye, when it's active, it manifests, it visualizes, it conceives of. And when it's overactive, it is so focused on envisioning and imagining the future that it can actually cut out room for mystery, surprise, or for spirit, or for your higher self, your higher power, all that is, to kind of make everything coalesce, maybe in a way that you couldn't have imagined. So too hyperactive of a visualizing, manifesting third eye doesn't really do a lot of good, because it's almost like you're imagining, a trellis of grapes growing. But in this moment, when we move into Gemini, there's flowers blooming everywhere, but you're not looking at the flowers because you're piercing through that gel pad cushion around the third eye and going for grapes and grape leaves and arbors and vines and all that shit. As a receptive chakra, the third eye is the seat of intuition. It's the seat of understanding. It's the seat of the balanced mind. When the mind is receptive, even passive, right? Things can come into it, thoughts can occur to it, but the mind doesn't run with those thoughts. It is able to sit back and observe those thoughts. Or, in a really beautifully calibrated third eye, it's the center of clairvoyance. So when the third eye is very balanced, neither too active nor too passive, it has the ability to see the truth, to see the past, present, and future, or to see the past and future through the present. So it's this beautiful zone, which, just for our purposes, is kind of at its best when it's neither too active, trying to visualize the future, nor too receptive, just taking what comes to it. It wants to be receptive enough to see what's coming through, and active enough to be clear, right? Active enough to be clear about what it is that you desire to manifest, what you visualize in your life, but passive enough that if something bigger and better can come along than even what you imagined, you're not riding your mind so hard that you are ensuring only one outcome. You're being clear using the active side of your third eye as to what you want, so that whatever manifests is in alignment with that, even if it's not quite what you wanted, or maybe it's better than what you wanted, leaving room for that mystery. So, back to the massage. Understanding, seeing, connection to spirit, understanding of all that is. Third eye, orthotic gel pad, to cushion and encourage alignment and prevent friction/callus. So this is the message for the week, is there's going to be blooming, there's going to be flowers, there's going to be stuff popping off based on what you've previously held in your visualization, based on what you were manifesting through this beautifully manifesty time of the sun moving through Taurus. And there's an expansion now. There's an expansion, there's new growth, there's stuff that's going to be popping off that you couldn't have even imagined popping off. So the idea is that we want to keep this sort of cushion, this gel pad, this okay. I am aware of my ability to create and to witness creation in manifestation. I am aware of my ability to create and to witness creation in manifestation. I am aware of my ability to create and to witness creation in manifestation. I love this. It's reminding you that you can create your dreams. It's reminding you. So the idea is that as the mind starts expanding, it might seem that whatever you've been working on, or whatever you thought you were doing in the last month of your life, it might seem like you lose it a little bit. It might seem like it goes off in like 17 new and different directions. And so what this affirmation and what this read is doing here is reminding you that if it is expanding in these directions, it's because you planted a seed. It's because you planted a seed. It's not totally unrelated. So the new growth that's occurring right now is actually connected to the old seeds that you've planted. But the hyperactivity of the mind might make it seem like you didn't intend to create this. So the idea, that's where the gel pad comes in. That's where the cushion comes in. It says, well, you did mean to create this. You have a hand in this creation. To some extent, you brought this on yourself. So don't ride it too hard. Now is not the time to be extra special clear about what it is that you want to create. It's not about, I am creating my future, or I am manifesting my vision. That's not the reminder. I am aware of my ability to create. So I remind myself that this expansion, this new growth, is a result of my previous intentions to create the life of my dreams, or the experience that I desire, or the accomplishment that I will to achieve. Furthermore, to witness creation and manifestation. So it's interesting. They're not really encouraging you to ride the active side of the third eye chakra's expression. That would sound like, I create my future. I create my vision. We've had affirmations like that in this series. More so, they are making you aware of your ability to create. So that's very center. That's a very balanced third eye chakra affirmation statement. I am aware of my ability to create and to witness creation in manifestation. To sit the fuck down, take a step back, go into the receptive side of your third eye, and watch for a second. Maybe, I'm speaking to myself here too, maybe you don't know what needs to happen by Friday. Maybe all you really need to do is affirm that you've planted some seeds in the last week to 4 weeks, maybe even more since Aries, really, week to 8 weeks, 9 weeks. And that if you don't try to control the outcome or over-visualize or hyper-actualize whatever it is that you've been working on, whatever your urges, desires, dreams are at this time, you're actually going to be able to sit back and watch what is blossoming, what's popping off, what's growing, what new growth is occurring, so that, I don't like the term, but it's true, so that you can step into a more reciprocal state of co-creation with spirit, with the universe, with all that is, or with your higher self. Keep in mind, spirit, universe, all that is, that's you too. We're all connected in the spirit and the universe and the all that is. If you trace your identity back far enough, we all emerge from the same source. Don't need you to believe that. Don't need to prove it to you. Sit in meditation for like 9-10 hours and see if you feel more connected to each other or more separate to each other. Point being, this week and all of the readings that follow this are going to be talking about this balance of reminding yourself, affirming that you are aware of your ability to create. You're not useless. You're not hopeless. You haven't done anything wrong. This new growth is not surprising and appalling. This is connected to your intentions, your actions, your past, where you've come from. And in the witnessing of the creation in manifestation, you get to watch the shit that you didn't intend. You get to watch what you didn't plan. You get to watch the real surprises. So there's a little bit of a reckoning here, which is like, by affirming, I am aware of my ability to create and witness creation and manifestation, you're saying, I know I have some hand in this, but there's a part of this that I have no hand in. And I always, go back to the Rolling Stones. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometime, you get what you need. Why? Why do you always seem to get what you need, but not always get what you want? To me, that kind of cognitive dissonance between what I ask for and what I get, and that feeling in my heart that, like, what I got was exactly right, not just because I'm supposed to, like, settle or make do with it, but because what I got was exactly right. There's this magical, like I said, cognitive dissonance that occurs where, rather than saying, I don't like the way this is, if you say, this is how it is, what do I do from here? That's that kind of co-creative aspect in which spirit, universe, higher self, all that is, gives you a response to whatever it is that you asked for. And in that transaction can occur that space, that possibility for something bigger, better, or worse than what you asked for, which can lead to something bigger and better than you could have ever imagined. Okay. I am aware of my ability to create and to witness creation in manifestation. Let's see where the rest of the readings take us. I love you very much. I will see you soon and see you next week for the next ether. Bye.